Next.
Name.
Caroline Brown. Well, good evening, everybody. I've got a few poems to entertain you with this evening. And the first of these relates to a series of accidents I happened to have last year. My fucking knee is fucking fucked. My fucking wrist is fucking worst. Oh, I must avoid the rucks, evidently crippled town. The knee is gone, the wrist won't heal. Can't believe the pain is real. It's not my fault, not made of steel, evidently crippled town. So I'm looking now at surgery, old age beckons. I'm fucked, that's me. No respite from pain, you see, evidently crippled town. I think I'll smoke and drink with glee. There ain't no other fun for me. And going down with surgery, evidently crippled town. Thank you. So I lost quite a few things last year, including the use of my wrist and my knee. And so I decided to write a song about that as well. Lost. Last year things started to go a bit wrong, a little bit weird, a bit peak tong. My mum got ill and everywhere I went, I left something behind, no ultra intent. 2 zippy uppies and loads of my socks, my bestest black bra and 10-year-old watch, a hat in Barcelona and the hat that replaced it, my Celtic necklace and a very nice bracelet, a swimming hat, some goggles, a strap to monitor my heart, bought a new one and that one just fell apart. A ring of silver stored in my mouth guard, 2 sets of keys and my Lloyds TSB bank card, a hairbrush, Prada sunnies, fuckloads of money. I'm telling you, this was not a bit funny. 50 quid left in the cash point at Tesco, various 20s, I don't know where they go. My memory, my brain, where can that go? Too many bottles of shampoo and gel, too many train tickets, what the hell? When I lost my iPhone, I went mental as well. I screamed, I shouted, what the fuck's happening, I yelled. In retrospect, I think it was all about my mum. Watching her lose her mind was no fun, and as her brain turned to fetus, my own went to pieces. And I started to lose my mind. Little bits of me got left behind. A bit of a twist was the loss of my wrist. I broke it, you see. And the limp with my knee was really not me. 2 boyfriends and a lover, and I would lose another before the year was out. And so I once started to wonder what all these losses meant. So let's move to new ground and talk about the things that I found. Old photos, old stories, a trinket or 2, love letters from go-getters. Yes, there were a few. My dad's first prize medal for City and Guilds maths, his Freemason apron and Surrey football cap. But best of all, and most of all, and this is why we're standing tall, a brother long gone and now discovered, along with hope for sibling love recovered. And there it is, what I learned. And for all of you who are concerned, don't worry about the things that you lost. Those material things don't mean a toss. In the losing of stuff, you can always still win by gaining the real stuff that belongs within. Thank you. This light is really, really sharp in my eyes. It's really hard to read it sometimes. So, talking of lost, I have to talk about another parent that I lost. As this one is for my dad. This is a bit sad. That rhymes. I'm a poet, but I didn't know it. My dad is in a box. It's only 5 foot long. What are you doing in there, Dad? How can you fit? I'm only 5'2", and you're so much bigger than me. My dad is in a box, the same size as my last pair of shoes. What you doing in there, Dad? Your feet are a size 10 and I'm only a size 5. My dad is in a hole. It's only a foot deep and a few inches wide. How will we get you in there, Dad? And so we poured you in. Don't bang it, said Mum. I thought about the bits we left in the jar. I thought about stealing some of you. I thought about Keith Richards. Instead, they gave me a spade with a shovel of earth and I tucked you in. Good night, Dad. Oh, that was sad, wasn't it? Yeah, I know, I've never read that one out loud. And so thinking about old people and everything, I turned to the fact that I don't really like old people all that much. I find them a bit smelly and, you know, a bit sort of creepy. But as I've gone to visit my mum in the old folks' home every single week, I've actually started to like them. They welcome me and they welcome the dog, and I've started to sort of to warm to them. Anyway, so I wrote this one for the old people. I'm just not sure if truth be told when it was I stopped hating the old and realised they were the same as me and looked at boys just like me and thought about stuff the way I would and wondered if maybe and if they should. And despite their weird clothes and so saggy skin, I realised inside they're still young and thin. So when did they realise they'd never be in bed with that hunk of the NBC, or the young blade rocking the latest Big Brother, and wondered if there would ever be another, or even anyone else for that matter? And despite all the chitter and chatter and patter, accepted those days were done and busted. Youth is gone, we're fucked, we're busted. But now turning to what it's like to be a horrible single old lady. And going backwards, I guess. This one was inspired by my dear friend Claire, and it's all about how women in their middle age go to dinner parties and they find that everyone else is in a couple. "My wife's over there," he said, just as I approached. His hands moved deeper in his shoes and his shoulders went all hunched. He looked towards his fellow drinkers, but they all looked away. I stretched a smile upon my face and said, "It's okay, I'm gay." And thinking of the universal language, I said, "Who do you support?" "I've no time for that," he said, "with our allotment, tennis club and court." "Spurs do it for me every time," I said, "and now AVB's in charge. I reckon we'll finish in the top 4 easy. We're having it large." His wife wandered over. "I know your face," she said. "Did I see you at Bikram, or was it the gym, or was it child massage instead?" I replied, "Could be the Argus, could be the Mags. I run my own business, you see. I'm often out and about, meeting and greeting, big networker, that's me." "Well, you think she'd dress better, and where is her husband? Look at her nails, she don't care. It's all very well, but with all of that money, she should take better care of her hair. Come along, John, we've got to be going. It's your turn to drive us home. These single women, they should get a man of their own." And this is all about staying in at night as a single woman. So, slightly fat and slightly old and slightly liney, if truth be told, and set in my ways and sat on my bum and a little bit cynical about what might come. And staying in on a Saturday, just me and the dog, curry and wine and no one to snog. But I don't care if I don't have to be interactive, reactive, constructive, not me. If you can't wear the furry bra with the feathers and the Sunday papers say women my age can't wear leather, then what is the point of hours in the gym and drinking that last vat of gin? And I quite like being in on my own, to be honest, and letting my fanny grow out like a forest and not trying to stay up all night because I snore and not having to put up with a bore who talks about... And not having to put up with a bore who tells stories about their rip-off ex-wives, who took them to the cleaners and ruined their lives, how they pay $3,000 a month to keep the wife and the lover, and it wasn't their fault they took up with another. But me, I'm different. I'm my own woman. I'm free. All that I've done and own, it's down to me. Acceptance of this life is my plan. I love myself, not a man or a woman. And only 2 more. And then when you do actually finally get off with somebody, this is what happens. "Stay," he said. "No," I said. "Go on," he said. "I can't," I said. "Can't or won't," he said. "Just can't," I said. "Why not," he said. "I snore," I said. "So what," he said. "It's loud," I said. "Can't be that bad," he said. "It is," I said. "Let's try," he said. "When I know you better," I said. "No, now," he said. "Okay," I said. And when morning came, he was on the sofa. And just to cheer us up, because I know we all love the greatest living Englishman. I love you, Morrissey, even though you're a twat. Yes, I know you're a genius, poet laureate, all that. You say what you want and don't care if we listen, and not many do anymore. Listen, I mean, to the stuff that's controversial, antagonistic and spiteful. Darling, the things you say are perfectly frightful. But I still divide the world into those who get you and don't, and I'll fight anyone who says you're a miserable cunt. You're not. I know you're not. You're ironic and playful, clever and witty, disarming and shameful. Oh, Morrissey, Morrissey, I still remember when you came on the stage and Prokofiev played, and our hearts beat as one as the songs were begun, and you whipped that mic lead, and Johnny played lead, and we watched your heart bleed all on the floor. You told us stuff, you ripped your shirt off and threw it at us. We fought like dogs, I'm not ashamed. I still got a little bit of it, it's true, a little bit of you, in a plastic bag with the date written on, and in my heart you will always belong. Thank you. Good night. Thank you. Thank you.